Here?
How many hours of footage did you shoot?
How many hours of
Oh,
footage?
I think total we had like 300 hours.
Wow.
So there's a lot of stuff that got cut, a lot of good stuff that got
Wow.
cut.
Way in back there, yes. With black shirt.
Does BYU have a film school?
Actually, yeah, they're a pretty good film school. They've got a lot of great equipment, and Neela Butte went there, and Aaron Eckhart graduated from BYU, and they've got a pretty strong film school. I didn't go to film school there because they don't show R-rated films, and I just didn't want to have anything to do with that. I studied English at BYU, and I'm a self-taught filmmaker.
Yes, over there. The blue shirt. Yeah.
That was just a question about how you felt the direction of the film went with Daniel. It seems like you set out to make a movie about Cleanflix.
People are asking me questions.
I wouldn't call it derail, but it did kind of change the direction of the film.
He's so interesting. He's so busy.
We set out to make a short film about what Cleanflix was. And on the first day of filming, we met Daniel, and we found out that all these stores were going to stay open underneath the radar, like kind of illegally, even though the lawsuit had just happened. And so we kind of set out at the beginning to talk about the issues of sanitizing films, and then maybe like spotlight some of the companies that were staying open illegally. And we'd never imagined it, turning into this. And even until like 6 months or maybe a year ago, we were kind of deciding how much we were going to go with Daniel's story. But ultimately, we decided that it was such a great metaphor for the entire issue that the first half, even though sometimes some audiences it seems like maybe the film is fractured, but we feel like the first half really informs the second half, and the two can't really exist on their own.
Yes.
That was my comment, was going to be that I've never seen such a film so evenly showing all sides, no matter what you think, and it's a good vehicle for discussion from all different sides.
Thank you.
This is great.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm wondering about your title cards, the scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. To me, the typeface had a very Soviet look to it.
Yeah, like Russian
Is that a
propaganda.
specific choice?
Yeah, it was just a stylistic choice we felt like worked well with the material. We have the upbeat sort of like techno, like indie kind of techno music, and the Soviet fonts and the sort of pseudo propaganda style. It was born out of the material. Like I normally wouldn't make a film like this at all. Like I'm more into like naturalism and cinema verite, and but the material dictated that style, and so we just went for it because we felt like it just upped the ante and like upped the energy.
Yes.
Is Utah the only place that has edited video stores or had them, or is this like I don't want to say a problem across the country, but an issue?
Yeah, well, I mean, you saw like Dan Rather reporting on it, right? So I mean, it was actually expanding all over the United States. It all started in Utah, which is why we chose to focus on Utah. We were there, we had access to people who were involved, and everyone there knows about it. So it's really easy to kind of just stay there and kind of make the film from that point of view. But yeah, it did expand, and there were stores. There might have been some stores here in Florida. I mean, they were all over the country. At one point, like Ray said in the film, and like the woman said on CNN, like something like 76 or 78 dealerships across the entire country. I think like 20 or 30 of them were in Utah, but I mean, so yeah, they were everywhere. And the copycat companies are everywhere too.
One more question, yep, and back.
I just want to say that was a great documentary.
Thanks.
It was really
Thank you.
well done, and I thought it was kind of over, and then you just brought it back up again.
That's what I thought too.
Well, it was a roller coaster for us too. I mean, we were filming for 2 years, and we were kind of like, when's this movie going to end? We didn't have an ending. We thought, I mean, this is the thing. We tried to take our information to the Directors Guild and say, look, you may have won the lawsuit, but these guys are still open. Like, you want to know about this? Like, we'll give you this information. Like, we want to interview a representative from the DGA, talk to Steven Soderbergh, talk to somebody about this. Who cares? But for them, it was a closed chapter in a book that they had put on the shelf that was gathering dust, and they didn't want to open it back up. And I think they were afraid of alienating that audience and just didn't really want to get into it. So we were kind of like, when is this going to end? Just filming and just waiting for something to happen. But we were hoping that we could bring that information to DJ and kind of like fabricate an ending for ourselves and just kind of end the whole thing. But it just kept going and going. I saw Daniel with his alias and everything else. And then when Daniel gives his his speech, and he's crying, and his customers are hugging him. We're like, okay, we got our ending. And then 2 weeks later, we got arrested. And then that went on for 6 more months. So it was a never-ending money sucker.
Never-ending story.
But yeah.
I'm happy to welcome Matt Morris back to the stage. It is such a gift to have both directors for both films here with us. Matt, do you have some final things you'd like to say?
Yeah, Vern's doing a book signing out in the lobby, and the last run of books that he's got for these, he says he's leaving them in Florida. So if you want some books, he'll be out.
Oh, thank you.
One more comment?
One more comment. We've got DVDs for sale. $20 a pop. This is the first time we've done this. Just to kind of see, if anyone would buy anything. But yeah, we're in debt, so if you like the film or you think you know somebody who would like the film and want to share with them, please support us and buy a copy of the film. We'll have them on sale in the lobby. So.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.